2, 1. We're live.
Awesome.
I'm here with Extreme Storm Chaser.
That's right.
He corrected me and told me that it's not just a storm chaser. He's an extreme storm chaser. Says way cooler.
Absolutely. That's how you get ready to write this post and share it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Start that watch party, son.
Absolutely. As soon as I figure it out.
You're good, man. Take your time. We'll let people get piled in here.
Absolutely. Pile on in.
If you guys can, share this video too. That always helps.
Oh, here we go. Figured it out.
Share it like crazy, dog. And if you're listening, well, then at that point it's not live, so you can't share it. But you can tell a couple of homies. While you're getting set up on that, I'd like to shout out a couple of my sponsors too. Warren County Creations. They make badass stuff like that cool gator head sitting over there. I know if you're watching this, you can't see it, but yeah.
It's pretty cool.
It's my favorite thing ever. And Bobcat of Lafayette, man, they're great folks. They do a great job with working with me and putting up with all my belligerent shit. So shout out to Bobcat of Lafayette. Pizza King of Attica, man, you guys have done me solid for a while. I did a lot of good video opportunities with Pizza King, and they helped me prank a bunch of my friends, and it was awesome. The BP in Williamsport, if you actually know me, you know that I drive past every gas station to drive out of my way to get there. And lastly, Cinesol's Garage, the only place in town that doesn't like put you off 18 million months. You know, they just tell you, yeah, bring the shit in, and then they get it fixed. Like, and they legit fix it. So shout out to you guys. Thank you for everything, man. Without you guys, I wouldn't be able to do this podcast. So what's up? I got Zach Walters here. What's going on, brother?
What's going on, man? I'm glad to be here.
Yeah, dude, I'm glad to have you. So he is an extreme storm chaser. So we'll just jump right into this thing.
Yeah, let's do it.
Tell me a little bit about it.
Well, I've been chasing for about a decade now. I started in 2011, well, late 2010, early 2011. I am a native of the Attica, Indiana area, so I
did not know that.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I was born in Lafayette, moved out here. My parents live just outside of town. I am a Seeger graduate, so
did not know that either.
Yeah,
damn. All right, okay.
Just across the river, but yeah, chase a lot of local stuff, but I've been known to go pretty far for it. But I've been chasing for about a decade. Love it.
Really?
Something about it. Yeah.
Decade, man.
I know it's gone by pretty quick.
Yeah, that's nuts, man. I wouldn't have thought that.
Yeah,
a decade. Okay.
By very quickly.
So you ain't new to the game.
Nope, I am not.
Well, hey, one thing I want to get into is, so this is like everyone that I've talked to that I said I'm bringing a storm chaser. Mm-hmm. One, they're like, how do you get a storm chaser to come on your podcast?
Absolutely.
I was like, the guy asked me, and I was like, storm chasing sounds pretty badass. I'm in.
Well, like, I've done a lot of media appearances, and one thing I haven't been able to do is do something very local, including like, I've been on WLFI a few times, but nothing that comes to the point where I'm actually speaking about what I do out in the field and things like that.
Yeah.
You're starting a podcast. It's brand new. Why not come on? Why not come on?
Yeah.
A local guy from Attica can't pass it up. Pass it up.
Yeah. That's awesome to hear. And I know, like, man, I've talked to a few people that have been on like the news and where they do press conferences, and press conference, I guess, is a little bit different because you get a little bit more time. But on the news, that's a tough gig because they're like, you got 60 seconds, dog. Get your story out quick.
Absolutely, yeah. Recently, I just did one. It had to be about a month ago. I'm sure he's watching the podcast now with WLFI. And he did it, and man, he was like, "Hey, we got about 45 seconds. You got to get this information out." I was like, "Oh, okay."
Yeah.
And luckily, it wasn't live. It wasn't this.
So it was like a pre-recorded.
It was pre-recorded,
yeah.
So like I could kind of take my time, and they just cut it out at the end because I ended up taking like a minute and a half to get out what I wanted to say. But
that's one thing, dude. I would not like, because that's like the only thing I think that really helps me with this podcast. It's like I got enough time that I can talk about it in a minute and try to work through things in my head.
It's your show. You can take your time.
Yeah.
At this, man, they were just like, you got to get going, man. Like, speed it up. Like, okay.
Speed it up, partner.
Thanks. I'm not nervous enough, but yeah.
Yeah. Were you nervous like the first time you were on the air?
The first time I was on TV, I was terribly frightened. Never been on. It was Wish TV out of Indianapolis.
Oh yeah.
And it was the Kokomo 2016 tornado, which I intercepted. And I'll tell you that story later. That's one of my favorites.
Holla.
But they actually drove up to Kokomo, and they called me because I knew the reporter. She's no longer there. She's up in Chicago now. But she goes, "Hey, did you catch that tornado in Kokomo?" I said, "Yes, I did." She goes, "Don't move. We're coming to you. I want to get an interview." I was like, "Okay."
All right. Yeah.
And at this point, it's like 10:30 at night. I've been helping search for people and debris, and I was like, "Okay, I'm ready to go home and go to sleep." But Wish TV Indianapolis, I gotta wait. I can't pass that up. And she came up, and I was terrified. I was like, "Oh," because we were doing it live. That was my first live.
Yeah. So like you screwed up. It's
I mean, you're talking 500,000 people are going to see this across Indiana. I'm like, oh God, like here we go. Yeah, I was a bit nervous, but since then I've probably done, 3 or 4 dozen news.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, so this ain't nothing.
Nah, it's nothing. It's nothing. Still get a little pre-show,
Dude,
shakiness, but
yeah,
it's not that bad.
I was like that. I feel like I'm just now getting over that. When I first started, even Facebook Live videos, man.
Yeah.
I'd be like, damn, what if I forget what I'm talking about, or just like dumb shit like that. And then once I started having people come on here, I was like, oh no, what if I can't keep them talking?
Yeah, you learn to be a reporter pretty quickly.
Yeah. Like you just got to keep it rolling.
Yeah. I mean, it's like that. I mean, I still get nervous, especially in front of the bigger networks.
Yeah,
you just kind of get that. There's a lot of more people watching you. So, yeah. But the big thing when it comes to, you're both of our business really, because we're both in the videos and getting them out there.
Yeah,
is that people love seeing your face.
That's true.
People love seeing the person behind the title of your page.
Yeah.
So you have to do videos. You have to get over that fear. And so it took me a while, but I do a lot of videos now, as most of my followers see. I do 2 or 3 videos a week just to kind of, hey, I'm still here.
Right.
But
yeah, my videos take forever to edit. And so I'm like terrible about getting the shit done.
Yeah.
So I'm leaving for Vegas Friday and I'm excited for that video.
All right.
Yeah. I can't wait, dude. It's
go gamble?
No, actually not really. I'm not one to lose money. I don't like doing that shit. I know I'm not good enough to win. Mm-hmm. So it doesn't make much sense for me.
Mm-hmm.
But dude, I tell you what though, you are so right. And a lot of people ask me all the time, because I do social media promotion for other businesses, and they always ask like, do you think you can post too much? And I'm like, absolutely not. I don't think so.
Going,
just hammer down on it. And so like when you see someone else that's posting a lot, it's like, see, just be like this guy. They're killing it.
Yeah.
And like what a lot of people don't understand about the social media game, which it sounds like you understand it, is that, man, once you start posting, the only people that are really going to see it are the people that want to see it.
Right.
Like the social media market is for the people that want to see your shit.
Right.
If they don't want to see it, they're not even going to be on the spectrum. They're not.
I mean, just like putting an advertisement out there, you can literally narrow down the demographic. Like when I do it in storm chasing, I put, people around this area. So let's say, like, for example, a couple months ago, I was out in Illinois, got a tornado at night. It was like 10:30, 11 o'clock at night. Southwest of Peoria. I remember where I was. I got home, edited the video I had, and I advertised it, put it out there. I was like, okay, I want everybody in the Peoria area to see it.
Yeah.
And there's going to be a lot of people researching tornadoes because the National Weather Service put out tornado warnings all day long.
Yeah.
So I went under Peoria, Illinois, did like 100-mile radius and put special tags like tornado, thunderstorm. And so the people that are looking that up on social media, that's first thing they're going to see.
Yeah.
Because I was the only chaser out there actually got any footage of the tornado that day. So
really,
just kind of, it helped your page a lot. And
how
of course, I'm not doing this just for social media.
No,
of course not. I want to make that very clear. But
no, you're good.
It helps.
Yeah. Holla. But no, so you said you were chasing it at night?
Yeah, something I know a lot of chasers tend to avoid is chasing tornadoes at night. Very hard.
How well can you see it?
Not very well. This storm in particular, I got really lucky. After nightfall, it becomes more of a knowledge and self-awareness, knowing where you're at, knowing how to read a radar, just kind of knowing the basics of storm chasing.
Yeah. And
so the only thing that I could see was when the lightning flashed. Couldn't see anything. I just saw the storm coming up every now and then because the lightning would flash. And then the storm eventually went tornado warned, and I knew I was in the perfect spot, so I just drove about 5 miles towards where the tornado was because that's extreme.
Yeah, extreme.
There we go. So I drove west towards the tornado. I know a lot of people are like, "Oh my God, you're crazy." Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
I drove west towards the tornado, got off on a gravel road. I made sure I turned my car around. That way, if I had to make a quick escape to the highway,
Oh, you can dart
just
out.
go. Yeah. So that's number one with safety. I always turn my car towards the quickest highway or paved road of some kind.
Yeah.
And so I did it real quick and got out, and I was like, oh, the tornado should be right there. And waited about 3 to 5 minutes probably. Lightning flash. Something was on the ground. I was like, okay, are my eyes just messing with me? You know, is there maybe a windmill? Because I was near a couple. So I waited, and then that little line that was here was over here, and then it was over here, and I was like, it's moving, it's on the ground, you know.
Yeah.
So I recorded it, and I'll post it in the chat later after the podcast. But it was moving left to right, and the lightning only flashed every 30 to 40 seconds, and you just boop 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 as it went across the field. But the thing I knew is, it's chasing tornadoes at night. The only thing the only way you know it's not coming at you is if it's going left or right. So when I saw it bouncing to the right and not getting any bigger, I knew it wasn't coming at me. It was
I wouldn't have thought of that.
Yeah.
Yeah. If it's not moving left or right.
Right. It's not moving left or right. It's either coming at you or going away from you.
Yeah.
So
how easy is that to tell?
Like pretty easy, depending on the size of the tornado. I mean, if you get what we call a wedge tornado, it's like a tornado comes down. It's just flat on the front. It's big.
Oh, I see.
That's a little bit harder to tell, in my opinion, because it's so wide. It takes forever to actually move left or right. The skinnier tornadoes, it's pretty obvious. It's like darty. It's like it's darty. It's like moving a pencil off a table. It's just pretty easy. But no, I don't recommend anybody chasing tornadoes at night. I never have. But when it's September, you kind of just get the itch to go chase anything. Like right now, if it were happening, I would be there. I wouldn't be on your podcast.
Yeah, you're like, see you, dog. I'm out.
Yeah, I'm later. But I don't recommend it. But still fun,
dude. How about the first one that you ever like? I'm sure there's got to be something that just clicked where you're like, okay, this is for me. And I'd love to hear that.
I'll tell that story. Yeah. So actually, as soon as I get my water down, I'll actually tell you the story about how I got into weather, and it's props to my mother. So I played Little League baseball here across the river in Williamsport. And there was one night they actually had to cancel a game early because storms were coming in. At this point, I'm probably 10 years old. Storms, who gives a shit, you know?
Right.
But so we left, and the lightning was coming down and drove home. And my mom used to be a photographer. Woman loves photography. I think she still does every now and then. I don't know. But she loves photography back then, and we're going home, and the sun's still up at this point. Okay, keep in mind it was not night. We're driving home, me and my sister, and my mom just pulls over on the side of the road for no reason. And I don't know if you know where this is, but it's Independence Road between 55 and the town of Independence. Somewhere in there is when we stopped. And she gets out of the car and she runs to the trunk, and she gets in the trunk and she opens up a box and pulls her camera out. I'm like, what the hell is she doing? Like, let's go. Like,
we gotta get out of here.
Like, it's about to pour down rain. I don't want to be walking in the house. And she gets out, and I can't see what's going on because it's basically on top of us at this point. But I peek my head out the window to see what she's taking photos of, and it's just this massive thunderstorm, unlike I've ever seen. I mean, now I have, but at the time, unlike I've ever seen. And she's out, and she's just snapping photos, and it's just green. It's just, I think up to this day, it's probably the most green storm I've ever seen.
Yeah.
And it's green, so there's hail in there because that's what does it.
Is that? I wondered about that.
Yeah. Green, hail. And so we're like, okay, well, we know it's about the hail. At the time, I didn't, but I was just, oh my God, look how green it is.
Yeah.
Monster of a storm. She gets in the car, and we're driving down the road, and and that's when the National Weather Service, because I remember the radio was just screaming at us, hey, tornado warning.
Don't be stopped
taking photos and driving down the road. And we kept going. We were only like 5 minutes from home, but she was hauling ass. I remember my sister's in the back crying. Sorry, Haley, if you're watching this. My sister's in the back crying. And we drive up to the house, and at this point, the hail's really coming down. We're talking probably baseball-size hail.
Damn.
It's hitting hard.
Yeah.
And we're like, so I threw on my baseball helmet. My sister plays softball. She had her. So my dad comes running out of the house. And keep in mind, we were raised in, lower class. We didn't have a basement or a big house, but my neighbors did. So every time something bad was happening, like a tornado warning, we would go to my neighbor's house, and they'd let us go down the basement. Well, we didn't really have that time at this point. I mean, it's basically on top of us. Baseball size hail, it's coming down, it's denting cars, and you can hear it go tuck, tuck, tuck. I mean, it's hitting hard. Yeah. My dad comes running out of the house wearing some kind of camouflage cover to protect himself from the hail. I'm like, okay. So we go in the house, we run to the back, and at this point the winds are 50, 60 miles an hour. I mean, it's on top of us.
Yeah,
and you can just hear the trees crackling, you know.
Yeah.
And we're like, okay, this is probably not the safest place. We should probably go over the neighbors. Okay, well, let's wait till last minute, I guess. Like,
yeah. Like,
we get out of the house and we run around the fence to go to my neighbor's house, and man, it is blowing so bad. And my thought process was, okay, we're about to get hit by a tornado because I'm 10 years old. I didn't know any better.
Yeah.
I think we're about to die. We get down there and the storm passes and come back out, and there's debris everywhere, you know, pieces of roof. And it wasn't a tornado. It ended up being just straight line winds, just really bad thunderstorm, you know. But I don't know what it was. I just loved it. Like,
yeah,
you know, I was terrified when it was happening. I was like, man, I don't ever want to deal with this again. But after it was done, I was like, I just had this adaptation to it. And I was like, man, I want to do this forever.
That is insane.
So very young age, I just experienced a good thunderstorm. That's what made me into it. And I've studied so many books. And
I was gonna say, because there's got to be a shitload of science behind it.
Oh, there
like,
is.
Like, I'm a dummy, you know. Like, I'm like, oh yeah, it's green. There's gonna be a tornado.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
you're like, no, dog.
Oh yeah. See, now you can. No, man, that's hail. What are you talking about?
Yeah,
I know more than you. No, I mean it does. It takes a lot of research and a lot of studying.
Yeah,
because it's not just, hey, let's get in the car and go to the storm because they said it's going to storm.
Yeah,
it's not just that. I mean, you have to forecast days ahead to understand.
So you probably know, like, you do a lot of planning and stuff. Then
I'll tell you actually how I do it is basically
Storm Chasers is giving up that secret. What's up?
Yeah, no, everybody can know.
Yeah,
but basically about 4 days out, I'll look at the forecast because, I mean, computers, it's 2019. Computers run everything. So every forecast model is done through a computer nowadays. It's not the 1960s where they did it on paper.
Right.
And so everything's done through a computer. Also, I can do it right at my work. I can just, okay, it's going to storm in 4 days. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So my 4-day outlook is just kind of, okay, well, is it going to storm the next week or not? I'd be like, okay, it's Friday, it's going to storm. Cool. So let's say that Wednesday, which would be technically 3 days out. I'd be like, okay, now it's time to start digging into the deeper stuff. It's time to do some, research and see where maybe the jet stream's going. Is there a trough? All kinds of weather talk. I'm not gonna spiel through it. Yeah, you're gonna be lost.
Right.
But I start looking into more in-depth satellite imagery, stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then day 2, you're looking at another model because there's multiple models out there for forecasting weather.
And it's got to change all the time.
It's got to change. So usually 3 or 4 days out, I'm looking at what's called GFS, Global Forecast System. Day 2, I'm looking at a NAM, NAM. And then day 1, I'm looking at what we call the HRR, HRRR, or High Resolution Rapid Refresh. Yeah, it's a tongue twister. But the HRR basically.
Right. I was going to ask you if you looked into those or not.
Yeah. I saw you about to ask, so I just answered for you. But the HRR is good because it kind of tells you exactly where the storms are going to be. Like
is it accurate?
I would say it's pretty accurate.
Damn.
I mean,
because let me tell you something about the weather.
Yeah.
The weather app. It sucks, dude.
Yeah,
the weather app sucks.
Yeah.
If I was wrong at my job as much as these guys are wrong at theirs, I'd be fired a long time ago.
There's some meteorologists, I'm not going to throw any names out there, that I would never ever believe in the history of weather.
Yeah, I'm like, dude, this shit says it's going to rain. It's not. It's not raining. It's not. It's
right.
the clearest. I could walk outside and tell you it ain't going to rain today.
And in their defense, weather does change quite often.
Yeah, I'm sure
it is hard to forecast.
I'm just blowing smoke, but yeah, it's got to be a tough
thing. And a lot of people
get pissed, man.
Yeah. Oh, I know. I've heard it. I mean, I'm just glad I'm not an on-air meteorologist. Like, my God,
it's gonna rain over here, and then everyone's batting down the head.
It's gonna be 75, and then it's like 60. Like, what? How'd you miss that?
That's a little ways off, partner.
I get that a lot. Like, man, I wish I got paid to be wrong. Yeah, me too. They make a lot of money. Like, they're making 6 digits a year. Hell yeah. But no, I mean, it takes a lot, but it's a lot of research and because you got to think, I chase multiple states, Illinois, Indiana, Ohio, Michigan sometimes.
Damn.
Yeah. I mean, I'm all over the place. So if I'm wrong by even 50 miles, that's a big distance, so I'm not gonna be able to drive 50 miles south to catch that storm. It's gonna be gone. Right. Or the tornado's gonna be down and hanging back up in the clouds, so you have to be right. You have to be accurate.
Yeah.
In order to.
So do you have to be like right on it, like before it comes?
No, because coming from a meteorology standpoint, you kind of know just by looking at satellite images where exactly it's starting to bubble up in the clouds and exactly where it's going to be. So you can kind of, it's a cheat system, but now you can put yourself pretty close. The problem is it going to produce a tornado?
Right. Yeah, because you don't want to drive like a gajillion miles.
Right. Oh, it's happened to me a million times. We call that in the storm chasing, we call that a bust. So we call it a bust. So if you go out and drive 500 miles round trip and don't get anything, that's a bust.
Yeah, for sure.
Congrats, you just wasted $400 in gas. But no, I've had a few of those, and it's not fun.
Like, what kind of vehicle do you take? Just
I just drive a regular car.
Yeah.
I mean, there's
like, you don't have like I picture a red Dodge half ton.
Yeah, like Bill Paxton. Yeah,
I knew that was coming. I'm sure. Yeah,
I knew that one. Here we go. Twister reference. Here we go.
Here this fucking guy.
No, I just drive a regular car. I mean, I have a Hyundai Sonata right now. It's a nice car. It goes fast, got great gas mileage.
Dude, you don't worry about like the hail damage or nothing.
It's a company car.
Ain't worried about it.
I hope my boss isn't watching this.
Yeah, I bet he is.
I bet he is too.
Sorry about that. As allegedly.
Actually, can we delete that last part?
Allegedly.
Yeah. No. You just gotta kind of understand what a supercell is and how it's shaped. I usually avoid the hail completely. But they move fast sometimes, they'll be on your ass before you know it, and you gotta get out of there. There's gonna be some large hail, but I've experienced hail that's put dents in cars, but nothing significant. I've never had windows blown out or anything. So I'm very fortunate. You go on YouTube and find video, man.
Dude, I've seen some wild shit of storms, man.
Oh yeah.
And the one thing that's always nuts to me is I've never seen a tornado at night ever. I didn't know that. Like, you're gonna laugh, but I didn't know they had tornadoes at night. I thought it was just kind of.
What do you think? They're at home sleeping?
Thought they was busy those nights. Yeah, I thought they were just sleeping, maybe watching some TV.
It's very rare. It is. It is. Yeah, I'll give that to you. It is very rare. I wouldn't say very rare, but it is rare.
Yeah.
Typically, tornadoes occur between 2 and 6 p.m.
Really?
And as late as 8 p.m., depending on the time of year. Winter, I mean, the sun goes down at fucking 5 o'clock. So, you're like, all right, storm chase, and 5 o'clock, it's already dark. You're like, no, that's no fun. Yeah, it's done. I'm not going to do that.
Dude, so I heard you, though, you did say earlier that you had to stop and, like, you were helping with, like, debris and shit like that.
Oh, yeah.
Do you do that a lot?
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't say you have to, but I mean, my God, if you're a good person, I would.
Right. Yeah.
But there's been.
I bet that's a wild experience.
It is. It really is.
Like, emotions are flared up.
Oh yeah, your heart's racing.
Gotta be. Yeah.
Oh yeah, especially when you hear somebody yelling for help. That's the worst.
Oh yeah.
That is the worst, and that's the worst.
And that's
part.
Probably like a scream.
Oh yeah, I've heard babies screaming before, man. It leaves a mark in you for sure. But like, our whole job is to go out and warn the public of the weather, whether it's research, whether it's calling 911 when a tornado touches down, anything that can get the information out so people have a heads up.
Right.
Because it's 2019, and even technology like Doppler radars don't even catch tornadoes on the ground. So they miss them sometimes.
Really? So it's like something you got to you have to have that human element in there.
Well, yeah, they trust us so much because we go through training. I mean, I've gone to my classes and done it. Not everybody has,
right? Which
is hard to believe, but I've gone through my training, so they trust me. They know my name, Zach Walters. Okay, if he puts in a report, it's legitimate. He's not dicking around.
Right.
But that's a big problem, man. Yeah, debris. Yeah, I've had a lot of those. The best type of tornado is one that's in the open and doesn't destroy anything.
Yeah.
Hands down, photogenic,
Right.
But especially when it's close to home. A couple years ago, 2016 now. Wow. 2016, I chased the Kokomo EF3 that just ripped through the town. And then
I remember that.
Yeah. And then last year I chased one right out here at Attica. Yeah.
Oh, the one that knocked over Golden Touch.
Yeah, April 2017. Yeah, chase that one. So close to home, it's not so fun, especially.
Dude, for sure.
Especially when I have a daughter living in Lafayette and stuff,
Oh yeah. Oh no.
It's no fun, but no Kokomo. Yeah, there's a few stories I can tell you about that one. But yeah, debris for sure. No fun. Especially if you arrive immediately after the tornado.
Yeah.
There's no way to drive. I mean, roads are covered. Sometimes you don't even see roads, man. Like you're just
Oh, I
like,
didn't
am
think
I
that.
on a road right now?
Yeah, because like just like
Yeah.
houses and
Yeah, it's just all over the
shit
place.
just scattered
Yeah.
everywhere. Yeah.
And where cars are supposed to be, they're not. And where houses are supposed to be, they're not. Like houses
Yeah.
on the roads and cars are in the houses. It's like, oh my God. But
Damn, that's nuts. I wouldn't
yeah.
have thought of that.
And you know, you gotta really use your head when you're doing chasing anything, storms, women. You know, you gotta use your head.
Let me tell you some stories, partner.
Yeah, here we go. But yeah, you gotta really use your head because you're driving over debris. How do you know that's a road? You know, I mean, you could be running somebody over right now that's stuck in the debris.
Oh shit!
You know, I've seen it. I have seen it.
Damn.
I don't blast anybody's names. You know, even though, you know, a lot of people have those vehicles where you just know it's them because it says their name, Storm Chaser, on the side of it. Like, okay, man,
okay,
there you go.
Yeah.
But I have seen it, you know, and it's you got to be aware of your surroundings in that case. And I remember Kokomo, we parked and walked for about 1.5 miles before we actually got into Kokomo. Can you see comments?
Yeah. Normally what I do is I pull it up on my phone.
Yeah. I was going to say, is anybody from Kokomo on here?
I don't know. I haven't really been reading them because I've been listening to your
Yeah.
But, let's see. Laura Casey, Northern Michigan got dumped with snow, almost 25 inches.
Oh, Laura. Hi, Laura. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Michigan got dumped.
You can push this away from you a little bit if you want.
Oh.
If it's a little
intrusive. No, that's good.
Okay, yeah.
I don't have a problem with it.
Yeah, but yeah, if you pull it up, then you can watch the comments and you can see people that join in here.
Make sure my volume's down so it's not.
Yeah, I always do that, and then it plays in the first half of the video, and everyone gets mad and yells at me.
Yeah, Levi Law's demo. Yeah, thanks, Levi. I know. he's talking about my company car. Yeah. Of course he was watching.
Levi says, "When's it gonna snow?"
When's it gonna snow? I don't know.
Throw that out there.
How do I look like? I just chase it when it comes here. I don't fucking.
Chad Evans reporting live over here.
Oh God! Remember those meteorologists I was telling you about? That one? Yeah, there it is.
That's him. Great. Oh,
you said it. I didn't. You brought it up.
He'd probably watch it.
How about the Memorial Day outbreak? Yeah, Memorial Day. So Memorial Day outbreak occurred across several states, but mostly pretty local here. And Ryan's actually a good friend of mine. He's on my chase team.
What was the Memorial Day outbreak?
Memorial Day this past year.
Yeah,
I believe that's the one he's talking about. There's been a few of them, but I did not chase it.
I didn't know that there was anything. Okay.
Yeah, there was.
Oh
yeah.
shit!
I mean, nothing. I don't think anything around here, but within a couple hour drive. Yeah.
Really?
I call that local because I'm willing to drive 3 hours.
Yeah.
But yeah, I actually didn't chase the Memorial Day outbreak because I was at a party and I did not have my phone on me. Did not know tornadoes were going off.
Damn.
Not happy about it.
I was gonna say you probably.
That's a sour subject there, Ryan. Thanks for bringing that up. Well, yeah, I know. I didn't even know what was going on, man. And I got a phone call from the owner of my chase team, and he goes, "Hey, man, you're out, right?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm out getting drunk."
Yeah.
Like, what else do you do on Memorial Day? It's sunny out.
Yeah.
And he's like, "No, man, there's tornadoes all around you." I'm like, "Don't say that. Like, you're joking."
Man. And you
say psych. Like you're messing with me. And I pulled up my phone, man. I had like 3 texts, 5 calls, multiple warnings. I'm like, "Oh my God!" So I missed the whole thing, man.
Oh,
I was. Oh yeah. The night of the Dayton F4. Yeah. I was too drunk to go anywhere. I was like, "Now I'll end up getting myself killed." So I stayed back.
Out there throwing whiskey bottles.
I stayed back. Yeah. If I can intercept a tornado drunk, that's impressive. That's impressive. I mean, but yeah. Thanks, Ryan. Yeah. Night of the Dayton F4. Yeah, that was the night. Yeah. So basically, it happened at like 11:30 at night, I believe. I don't think it was any later than that.
Dayton wasn't sleeping then.
No, it wasn't. It was wide awake. Yeah, and it's actually one of the most destructive tornadoes in Ohio's history.
Damn.
Yeah,
the biggest is F5, right?
F5 is the biggest. This was an F4. And for those who don't know how they rate that
is me.
EF, yes.
Yeah.
I'll explain it. They rate it by damage, how much the tornado eats. So the more damage, the more the rating. And I actually just listened to what was his name? James Otten from National Weather Service in Lincoln, Illinois, and he explained it all, but I don't remember anything. I don't remember what I did this morning.
Yeah.
But yeah, he explained all of it, but it's how much damage it produces. But Dayton, yeah, man, that was late at night. People were sleeping. I don't remember how many people killed, but it killed quite a few.
Damn, really?
Yeah, and actually, one of the female daytime meteorologists over at one of the Dayton, Ohio news companies. I don't remember which one. But she was talking about how it's been, I mean, Memorial Day, so like 6, 7, 8 months now.
Yeah.
And she's saying that a lot of the houses are still destroyed. They won't clean them up. And so she was showing images of like 2 days before she came to the conference I was listening to her speak at. She was like, here's the house yesterday. I'm like, they're not just picking up. I mean, rich houses. We're talking multi-million-dollar homes are still destroyed. I'm like, okay, Dayton, Ohio, I see you.
Damn, so they're just like,
they're just not even doing it. I don't know. Maybe the low budget. I don't even know, man.
Yeah, that's
not cleaning anything up.
You figure the town or somebody would be like, dude, we gotta get this shit out of
Yeah,
here.
I could literally drive 3 hours east and just pretend I got a tornado. Some of the damage just like, oh, I got one.
I got one.
See the house? Like, no, nice try. Yeah. Memorial Day, yeah, we don't talk about that. But no, yeah, Kokomo, man. Debris, Kokomo. I think that's what we're talking about. Kokomo. Yeah. That was too close to home. Too big of a tornado.
That's wild, man.
Yeah, about what, 35 minutes from where I was living at the time. And I'll let you go down your list. We'll get that topic.
One of the things though that I wanted to ask too is like, and this is kind of at the bottom of the list, but it's one that I wanted to hear your answer to. What's the hardest thing to overcome? Like, there's got to be a bunch of shit.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sure you deal with all the same shit that anyone else would deal with, and anything like people talking shit.
Yeah.
Like,
I'll give you the serious answer, and I'll give you a joke answer too. Okay.
All right. Yeah.
So I'll start with the joke answer. The joke, the hardest thing to overcome is finding food while you're on the road. Like, cause you travel a lot. And actually, one of my friends who's a chaser, he just added me to this group, and it's just a bunch of chasers that list places to eat around the country, specifically where tornadoes can happen, obviously.
Really?
No, that's a great idea.
That's a helpful.
Yeah, it is. It's a really great idea.
Shout out to that guy.
I'm over there, I'm just like, oh, that looks like a good place.
Yeah.
Yeah. I usually just have a gas stations, but
yeah.
On a more serious note, the hardest thing to overcome is probably, there's two things. Busting, driving all that mileage, wasting all that gas.
Yeah.
Yeah, that gets you frustrated because, I got about 6,000 to 7,000 people on all my social media platforms, and I got to explain to them, hey guys, I know I hyped up today, but I have nothing to show you. Good night. Yeah. Have a great night, guys.
Yeah, good. And I'm out.
Bye. And then, like we were just talking about, seeing people die.
Yeah.
That's especially
shit, man.
Especially when your job is to go out there and prevent that. Is to go out there and report what you can so that people know and so they can sound the tornado sirens and get emergency alerts out. Seeing people die is no fun. At all.
I'm sure, yeah.
Yeah. There's been only maybe 2 or 3 tornadoes I've actually seen somebody die in.
Yeah.
But man, some of them were pretty large, Actually, one of them was very large, and it was my first tornado.
Oh, of course.
Of course, right?
Sure, yeah.
I took a few months off from storm chasing after that one, but
yeah,
some bad stuff. Definitely hard thing to overcome because, man.
Dude, yeah, especially on the first one, you gotta be like, this shit ain't for me.
Yeah. And the first one, children died, it's like, God damn, man. Like, how do you overcome that? Hey, I'm ready to go chasing. I'm old enough.
Yeah.
Let's go on the road. My mom said I could go.
Yeah. I'm out.
I'm out. Let's go. And
damn,
I was 16 at the time when it happened. And I was chasing with a few friends.
Damn.
I was chasing, 16, yeah. Chasing with a few friends that kind of helped me.
Did you know your shit back then? Not to cut you off.
Oh, fuck no.
Yeah,
no,
just winging
no. I was winging it.
Yeah.
Those two guys did.
Oh, okay.
I the fuck didn't. I was like, what's that? What is that?
Oh, green tornado.
No,
dog, that's
green
hail.
Yeah, that's hail. Oh, okay. You see those little Yoda memes with the big...
Yeah,
that's how I was. I was like, oh.
Glassy eyed, just looking.
Yeah. Oh, what is that?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I didn't know anything. And, it was learning. I was learning. And, we were chasing... we were heading to Oklahoma because there was I think it was a high risk. And, I won't go into the risks thing now, but high risk is really important. Because that means they're expecting large, deadly tornadoes. So we're like, we gotta go to Oklahoma, see that,
Yeah.
So we drove all the way into Oklahoma, about an hour in, and we realized this storm was popping up behind us. So we turned around, went back. We were right at the Oklahoma-Missouri state line, man. This sucker came down. It was big, and turned out to be one of the deadliest tornadoes in history. Yeah,
Ever.
Yeah, ever. Yeah,
Damn.
Joplin, Missouri, man. It killed 160 people, I think it was. I think 160 was the number.
Damn.
Maybe a little bit more.
Dude, that's catastrophic.
Yeah. That's what they called it, catastrophic. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was pretty bad. And we were actually after we did that thing, I mean, it took all day to look for people.
Oh, I bet.
You know, it still wasn't done. But we went back to the hotel, and that night, another tornado warning came out for the same area.
Really?
Like, man, these people can't catch breaks. These people are still looking through their stuff. Like, they're looking for all their personal items that they just lost.
Yeah.
They might even be looking for family members. And here comes another tornado. And it never hit the town. But my God, imagine the heart attack. But yeah, a lot of Laura says she remembers the Joplin tornado.
Dude, how about Ryan? How about those bad drivers?
Yes, yeah, that's a good topic. That's a good topic.
No shit, man. Those guys are assholes. If you're watching this and if you're one of those guys, I'm sorry, but dude, yeah, those guys cut me off. I get pissed off. Like, all right, partner, I got it.
No, that's been a big problem over the last just recently, really. I mean, I hadn't seen anything.
Is it like trendy? Is it?
It's trending. Yeah, you're right.
Like
2018 was trending for reckless driving. You know, I mean, my God, I'm not perfect either. Shit, I did like 85 just on the way here. Like, imagine what I'm doing when I'm chasing a tornado. But yeah, it's pretty bad. I mean, there was a few videos out there where people were just getting very angry among the chasing community. People passing on double yellow. People parked in the middle of the road when there's a fucking E3 coming at them.
Yeah,
it's like, what are you doing?
Yeah,
like,
hey guy, I'm trying to get the hell out of here.
You know, and the big argument is a lot of these chasers are doing stuff for research. You know, and there's a lot of media chasers. You know, a lot of people that go out, they just want their Facebook to be big.
Yeah.
You know,
I was gonna say I bet it's exploded being a storm chaser. Like within like the
over
last
the years.
5 years.
Oh
probably.
Yeah. Oh,
because now it's got to be like cool. I bet.
Oh,
like, yeah, I'm gonna get all these
it's
people.
all for media, man. And there's a lot of people out there that just, I want to go film this. Let's just follow everybody else. And
that's where I bet that pisses you off.
That's where you get the what we call chaser convergence. You got people just lined up on the road, people everywhere. You're afraid you're going to hit somebody. And fun fact, it's not really a fun fact, but just a fact real quick, is that only 4 storm chasers in the history of chasing, we're talking 80 years now, have been killed by a tornado. Only 4 have been killed by a tornado. But there's been numerous, and we're talking hundreds of chasers been killed just driving.
Really?
So driving to the storm is more dangerous than the storm itself.
By far.
Yeah.
Wow.
And so, people are just reckless driving, and then they wonder, why do we have to keep, talking about these chasers dying? You guys are driving 100 miles an hour with people on the road.
Yeah.
Passing on double yellow over hills. It's like, oh God,
Yeah.
Because not only do you harm yourself, you're harming innocent people trying to get out of the way.
Yeah, trying to go home.
Yeah, just trying to get the fuck out of the way of the storm. And all of a sudden, they're going to come over a hill, and here's a big Tahoe coming 100 miles an hour. Oh, there you go. You just killed a family. Good job.
Yeah.
Because I guarantee you they wouldn't have died if they would just stayed where they're at originally.
Yeah, damn, that's nuts. And I never really thought about that.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude, I've seen that shit.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of videos out there.
Yeah. Like, I mean, I've seen it in person.
Yeah.
People cut me off. It's like, what the fuck? Like, you can't give me a half a second to just get through here before you cut me off? Like, is it going to make that much of a difference?
Yeah, and that's a big problem and it's mostly because I think it is because everybody rushes to get to what we call a target area where you think the tornado is going to be based on your forecasting. Everybody rushes to get there. And then they're like, oh, wait, we're off 30 miles. We better haul ass north before the storm produces. And so that's
the rush.
That's the rush. People are just booking it to get to that storm that they know is probably going to drop a tornado.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Yeah, it's a nightmare out there, man. It is a nightmare. Let's see what else is the official term. Yeah, how about starting a... Yeah. But, yeah, we'll kind of stick on that. Hi, Nick. How you doing, buddy? We'll kind of stick on that a little bit. With the safety and thing. I don't know if you have any other questions about that. I mean, hit me, man. Hit me.
No, that was it. Well, I mean, I got other questions, but that was like just the hardest to overcome was one. And then, I mean, just like the craziest, like the craziest stories. I'm sure you got a ton of good ones.
Yeah. I'll tell you a couple for sure.
Yeah.
We'll go back to safety real quick. And, our job is, we have a lot of research teams out there too. I mean, I'm looking at joining a research team here next year that specifically goes out and just tries to figure out what tornadoes do.
Really?
Kind of like Twister and Dorothy, kind of like that,
Like, where do you do something like that at?
Well, you got to get a couple of engineers on your side, to develop something that you can basically drop in front of a tornado. And, one of the best chasers, that was one of the best. He's unfortunately passed away, but one of the best chasers out there and researchers was Tim Samaras. And Tim Samaras was a stricter for safety, man. He was all safety. He's like, hey, we got to get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
We got to make sure our vehicles are pointing right so we can get out of here. Don't speed, do the speed limit, if you can't do the speed limit, get out of his path. You're too close to begin with. It was kind of his saying.
Do you think there's a lot of truth behind that?
Yeah. Okay. I mean, I've never done the speed limit getting out of the way of a tornado, but that's just your mind telling you you're about to fucking die.
Yeah.
Get out of the way.
Yeah.
But Tim, he was a different person. He just was so into safety and stuff. And unfortunately, he was killed in a tornado. One of the 4 that was killed in the tornado, and I'll tell you that story. But he was a researcher. He created his own probes, put cameras inside them, and they're heavy enough that he could put them on the ground, and the tornado would come right over him. And he could actually slow the camera and see what the tornado was doing inside.
Damn, that's wild.
Very impressive shit.
Yeah.
And just made a wrong choice on which way he was going to go on one tornado, and we'll go into that here in a minute. But yeah, I mean, as Ryan was saying in the comments, uneducated people too are just serious.
Gotta be dangerous.
Playing impacts on safety.
Yeah.
I mean, you got people out there who have never even done their basic storm chasing classes. I mean, man, go. They'll tell you everything about what you need to do. And we don't even have that. And we got people looking at things that aren't even tornadoes. You got to know your anatomy.
Right. I'm sure.
You got to know, okay, that's rain, that's hail, that's tornado. This is where a tornado will be just because of the way, you got to know all that. And what Ryan was referring to about the rain curtain in that comment is that, I don't remember what tornado that was. Was it Magnum? I think it was Magnum or Mangum. Not the condom Magnum. It was Mangum. That's what it was. But Mangum, Oklahoma, there's a big tornado came down, and people, uneducated chasers, weren't even looking at the tornado. They were looking the wrong direction.
Really?
In the road. And all these researchers are just doing this to get out of people's way and not hit somebody, and they're just standing over and the tornado's over here. Yeah. What are you doing?
Yeah, get out of the way, guy.
God. Yeah. And it was hard to watch. It was too cringy for me. I had to turn it off, but
yeah,
that's what he was going at there with the rain curtains and stuff. And Joe says, gotta respect Mother Nature. She didn't care about your well-being. Very true. Very true. How
about Robert?
Speaking
Robert,
of crazy,
that's my new
that's
my new publicist. What's up, Robert?
Yeah. Speaking of crazy stories and debris, Zach, what is the craziest thing you've seen uprooted and turned? I mean, you see kind of everything. I would say a fully built house I've seen uprooted and just tossed like paper.
Damn, that's gotta be wild.
I've seen some pretty cool, I mean, I wouldn't say it's cool, but some videos out there of like semis being picked up and thrown.
Like in person, it's got to look unreal. Right?
Oh, it
is.
The videos don't do justice, man.
Yeah, like
seeing
you
it
see that.
Yeah, I mean, there's sometimes where I was recording and I actually would like accidentally put my camera down because I was just like stunned about what was going on.
Yeah,
I was like, oh crap, I got to record this so I can watch it in the future.
Yeah, but it's gotta like not look real, right? Like it just defies gravity and everything.
It's unbelievable, man, because you'll see it and it twists real fast at the end. All of a sudden, you just see this fully structured house just go boop, and just break apart.
Yeah, that's insane.
Yeah,
obviously this is nothing like on the same level, but I have this race drone, right? And it's like one that I built, and it's really fast. And when it's sitting there hovering and you punch it, and it goes straight up. Like it doesn't look. It's so fast it doesn't look real because it's like here and then all of a sudden it's like now it's like 50 feet above that and it's in the blink of an eye. Yeah. And like you look at it and you're like, damn, that doesn't look real. I bet that's got to be like a similar feeling, except times a million when you see a house. Just
I mean, there's a few things that run through your mind, and usually the tornado won't just like pick it straight up. Usually it kind of takes it at an angle. Really? Because I think the tornado is rotating. It's not just gonna. Oh yeah. It's kind of take it with its movement But a couple of things run through your mind. You're like, oh my God, was that a house? That's the first question you ask is, was that a house? And two, are there people inside it? Yeah. Are we watching somebody die right now? Yeah. And that goes through your mind quite a bit. But you can't let it bother you during the chase because you're going to die. Because you're going to space out and you're going to do something wrong. You're making a mistake. And
I just remembered this. Yeah. And this is insane. But when I was a kid, dude, I used to have this reoccurring dream. Like, dude, I bet I've had this dream probably 50 times. I'm not kidding. This is no joke. Okay. I was a little bitty shit, and I can remember the very first time I ever had this dream. But I'm scared to death of heights. Yeah. Like, I don't like standing on top of like an 8-foot ladder. Right. Like that.
Oh yeah.
You know, like I don't like being off the ground.
I'm not a ladder fan. Yeah.
Dude, so I used to have this dream that I was in school and then there was a tornado. And do you remember like the tornado training, like when you was in school? Like,
you go in the hallway and put your head between your legs.
You kiss your ass goodbye.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. So in my dream, we kind of did that, but I for some reason went under the desks. And do you remember the desk that you had back then where the thing
talking about the fold up?
The flip up, you put all your shit in there?
Yeah.
So I would grab that desk and I would put my hands, like I would grab the top of it and I would hold the lid down. And I remember in my dream, like I remember this very vividly, but I remember that I put my head under the desk and I'd sit under the desk and I'd hold the top of it, and the tornado would come and it would suck the fucking desk through the school. Only mine, right? Only mine.
Yeah, of course.
Only mine. And I remember that like it would hit this certain point of like, okay, should I let go? Should I let go? Oh no, I'm probably too high. I'm too high. And then all of a sudden it was like in the blink of an eye, I'm like 3 billion feet in the air. And I'm like,
you're just looking down at Earth.
I'm like, oh no. Like you're just hanging on for dear life. And I'd wake up and like I would be sweating and scared and like crying.
You like jump up. You're like, oh,
yeah, it was one of those
the hell
things.
just happened.
Yeah. And dude, I remember like that fucking dream, dude, it plagued me from like probably, you know, like maybe 10 years old until I was like 16.
It just haunted you, man.
Yeah,
just followed you everywhere.
Fucking dream.
Like, I'm going to sleep. I'll let you know when I wake up with night terrors.
Yeah, I forgot about it until you just said that you were talking about.
Yeah,
like,
guess what you're having a dream about tonight? I know it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
You thought about it now. Your brain's like, oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, dude, it was awful. Oh no.
Yeah. Hi, Bradley. Bradley Shutter said hi.
Hey, what's up? Matt Oiler's in the house. What's up, Matty? I see you.
Yeah. I can't just imagine. Yeah, a lot of intimidation. Yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't imagine that.
Yeah, Mother Nature, man. She didn't fuck around.
Are you scared anymore?
No, not as bad. Depending on the situation, I guess. I mean, I have been. There's been times where I thought I was gonna die. There's a little saying going around.
Like no shit, thought it was.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I thought it was done. Yeah.
Damn.
And you know, there's a couple. There's a saying out there where like, if you're a storm chaser and you've never been in a position where you thought you were gonna die, you aren't chasing right. Because
no shit.
Everybody makes mistakes, man.
Yeah.
You know, you can't say you're perfect.
Right.
And you know, I tend to avoid making some dumb moves, but this goes back to Kokomo, man. And I was chasing Kokomo, and it was middle of the day, you know, set up, and I was like, I'm already in Lafayette, so I don't have to go anywhere. 25 minutes is nothing to go chase.
Yeah. And
storm fired up. And remember, I shot east on 26, I believe is that road. 26. And I got right outside Kokomo right before a touchdown. Well, I was like, my friend Blake was with me, and you know, we're sitting there, and he was driving, and I was sitting there going over forecast models, because I tell everybody who's in the car with me, do as I say. Because if I tell you get in the fucking car, we're gonna die. I would hope you're getting in the car.
Yeah.
Because that means we're gonna die.
Yeah.
Like I don't just say that because.
Yeah.
And we stepped out and we were taking a break on the side of the road, as I usually do, just stretch my legs, and the storm was starting to come down. Moved up a few miles, kept moving up, and we were just waiting for it to touch down. And the rotation was great on the radar. Like, when is this bitch gonna show herself?
Yeah.
And finally it did. Okay, it comes down, and the saying is rain wrapped tornado, meaning you can't see the tornado; it's covered in rain.
Oh, I see.
Well, when it came down, you could see it, and then all of a sudden the rain curtain just went right in front of it. We're like, oh fuck! Like,
yeah, I lost it.
I mean, we're 2 miles away. Like,
yeah,
this thing's moving. I think it was moving about 30, 40 miles an hour. So
is that fast or no?
That's about average.
Average. Yeah.
Fast would be,
I was wondering that.
50 or above would be fast.
Damn,
and,
yeah, that is fast.
Yeah, and you can tell actually how fast tornadoes are going to go days ahead of time.
No shit.
Yeah, because there's forecasting models and everything will actually show you, okay, these storms are going to be booking it.
Damn,
so if a tornado comes down, it's going to move in 60 miles an hour.
Yeah.
And that's the type of stuff you don't want to chase unless you're really, really skilled, because you get in front of that and it's going 60 miles an hour. Good luck getting out of the way
fucked,
of it.
Yeah,
good luck. And
anyways, back to your story. Sorry.
Yeah, no, you're good. It got rain wrapped, and we were kind of just waiting because I thought it was going left to right, and this is where I fucked up. I thought, I thought it was going left or right. You don't do that. You just get out of the way, no matter what, and then see if you can see it at a different angle. And I guarantee we probably could have. If we just drove this way, I probably could have looked at it at a different angle, or waited till it go past and come up behind it. Like, fuck.
Yeah.
Nope. My ass was like, no, we're gonna stay here.
We're waiting it out.
We're good.
Yeah.
We're fine. We were not fine.
Yeah.
I was lying the whole time. And I realized the wind was picking up pretty quickly. And we were measuring about 70, 75 miles an hour at that point. And it was rocking the car. I was like, okay, we're in trouble. Get in the car. Get in the fucking car.
Now we gotta go.
We got like move.
Yeah.
And we got in, and we started driving. And when you realize that you're hitting the gas all the way to the floor, and you're only going 30 miles an hour, you're in trouble, because that either wind is so strong or that tornado is pulling you back.
Does that? I was wondering.
Oh fuck
it pulls you back.
You could be all the way to the fucking floor, man. You think you're gonna be doing 100, and you come out and you're doing like 30.
No shit.
You're like shit. RPMs are up. Yeah. It was not good. And I was like, man, you got to get us the fuck out of here. We're gonna die. And I was screaming, we're gonna fucking die.
Yeah.
We're gonna fucking die.
I bet the mood in the car was pretty stellar.
Man, it was
like,
so intense.
This is it.
At that point, I didn't have any cameras rolling. I tossed everything to the floor, and I just grabbed on because I thought, this is it.
No
this
shit.
Is it. Yep. I just was bracing for impact at this point. And I have a helmet. I always carry a helmet with me in case hail starts to fall. I don't want to get fucking concussion. I threw that bitch on and was like, how retarded I look wearing a bicycle helmet.
Fucking bell helmet.
I clipped it. I took the time to clip it. I think, all right.
You need like a legit helmet, not a. Tell me it's like a cyclist helmet.
It's a cyclist. I was like, and I took the time to snap it. I was like, man, is it really gonna fucking matter? Because this thing's gonna drag me out of the car anyways.
One of the shitty helmets with the styrofoam looking shit on the inside.
I took my time. I really did. I actually took the straps out of the helmet before I put it on too. I was taking my time. I was like, dude, like, what am I doing?
What else?
Just so many emotions were running through, but I just remember screaming, "We're gonna fucking die if you don't speed up."
Dude, that is insane.
Just like that, we had mud hitting the car because it was coming across the cornfield. Just mud was splitting all the car, and I was like, okay, I know it's close. It's got to be right next to us.
Yeah.
And I couldn't look over. I couldn't see anything. I just saw rain just flying by, but I knew it was close. You could hear it, and your ears start to pop.
Really?
When you get closer to it, your ears start to pop. That's how you know you're too close.
Why is that?
I don't know. Low pressure.
Yeah.
It's just the pressure drops. And so
like barometric pressure?
Yeah. Yeah.
Damn.
And so
shit, that's
my ears are popping. I'm like, okay, we were way too close, man. You got to speed up. And I was yelling for about a solid 15, 20 seconds.
So we're going to die?
Yeah, we're going to die. We're going to die. We're going to die.
I just watched, the side note, I just watched Beavis and Butthead Do America. And when they're on the plane, tell me you've seen the movie.
I have not.
Oh my God, it's a classic. But they're going up and they're on this plane and Beavis freaks out and he goes, "We're all gonna die!"
That's exactly what it pretty much was. I legit thought that it was what was he saying? Wear it tomorrow.
Your helmet.
Oh, the helmet.
Your fucking helmet.
Yeah, I think it's in the car still. Actually, it's in my demo. But yeah, man, we were hauling ass, man. We just weren't going anywhere. I mean, and finally, all of a sudden, you felt the car start to go. Your body shifted. It was the inertia, it finally kicked in, and you were out of the suction of the tornado.
Damn.
And all of a sudden, I looked down. We're doing like 90.
Damn.
And I'm telling Blake, I'm like, dude, slow down. We're all right.
Yeah,
he's not slowing down.
Yeah, fuck. No, he isn't.
He's not a storm chaser. He's just a guy who was like, hey, I want to go see a tornado.
Oh,
you saw one.
My God.
You saw one.
Yeah.
You about got killed by one.
No.
He has not come back out with me since.
Fuck no. Dude, that is insane. So that dude was driving, and you're in the passenger seat.
Correct. On a gravel road.
And you're going, no. How far out is the reach, like, of this thing sucking your shit back?
I don't remember the exact. I mean,
would
like
say, ballpark. Like, are we talking like 50 feet or like?
No, I think it was about 100 yards, maybe 200 yards.
Dude,
about
that
a football
is insanely
field.
Close.
Too close for comfort.
Insanely, yeah.
Yeah, and I remember I was gripping the handle so bad my hands started cramping.
I don't doubt that.
Man, I was like, oh fuck.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, you can slow down. We're okay. And he kept driving. I was like, bro, look around you. We're fine. And finally he calmed down.
Because like the weather's probably clear at that point, right?
Isn't it clear? It's not clear, but it's not windy. You kind of know. I was like, hey man, we're all right. Take a breath. He got out. He walked around the car. I pulled the radar back up and I was like, fuck, it's gonna hit Kokomo. Yeah, I was like, it's heading right for Kokomo. At this point, we're only 4 miles outside town, if that. I was like, all right, man, need you get take your breath. All right, get back in the car because we gotta go back. And he goes, go back. What the fuck? I'm like, no, we gotta go into Kokomo because it just hit Kokomo.
Yeah.
And we have something called correlation coefficient. It's like a little forecast, or not forecast. It's a little radar thing. That actually tells you if a tornado is picking up debris. It shows it on the radar. And so I looked at it, and it was just like a black ball, and I was like, oh, God, that's not good.
So that's like a bunch of debris.
Yeah, it's a bunch of debris, and it was right on top of Kokomo. I was like, all right, Kokomo took a direct hit. We got to go in. Someone's probably going to die.
Damn.
First thought, someone died because it was a big tornado.
Yeah.
We drove in there, man, and we stopped and got out, and, at this point, we finally had caught our breaths, and my heart wasn't racing so much, but walked around and didn't see anybody. No screaming, no hollering. And we're like, what's going on? Is everybody dead? Or
Yeah,
because
yeah.
usually you hear screaming, maybe a baby cry or a kid crying or a kid wandering down the street, wondering where mom and dad, something,
Right.
nothing. The only thing there were, state police and the fire departments. And we came in from the back. We walked the entire neighborhood. We got up to the highway and look over, and Starbucks is just gone.
Just getting ready to mention that.
The same tornado, yeah.
Yeah, so it was like
Mhm.
that. I'm sure you know what video I'm talking about.
Yeah, oh yeah,
yeah.
yep, same thing. And it just like collapsed on itself, and there's people inside, but everybody was standing outside. And I was like, does this tornado just like, it was weird. Everybody lived, nobody got injured.
Yeah.
And it was just terrible destruction. I mean, it looked like something that would kill 100 people.
I remember that.
Believe it. And I got to thinking, and I was actually talking to a state trooper at this point, and I go, oh no, it was 2 days later. I'm sorry. 2 days later, I was back, and troopers were kind of driving around, make sure no one was stealing other people's shit. And I go, how many people were killed? He goes, none. Nobody was even hurt. I'm like, what? And he goes, well, it was 2:00 in the afternoon. Everybody was at work. I was like, because the tornado only hit
like
housing,
residential.
Residential. Yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't hit any businesses other than Starbucks.
Damn, they got lucky.
Very lucky. Yeah. Everybody pulled in their driveway and there wasn't fucking house left. Yeah.
Well, that's a shitter.
Yeah, absolutely, man. They got lucky. For sure. Did I miss any comments here? Yeah, we'll talk about El Reno too, Laura.
Trying to get through some of this shit.
Yeah, I'm going back through to make sure I didn't miss any questions or anything anybody had. Yeah, absolutely, guys. Ask questions. We all live in the tornado area, so if you have any questions about safety or anything like that.
Yeah, sometimes I got to back out of the video even and then pull it back up. I'm not sure why, but
oh, it just did to me too. Yeah.
Yeah, and then you do that, and then you can actually see some of the comments. I'm not sure why it does that.
Yeah, I see it now.
Facebook. Come on, Facebook.
What's worse than a tornado? A little twister, a titty twister.
Titty twister.
Spell check.
Let's see.
I have been inside a tornado once upon a time. A video proof. It's wild shit, man.
Yeah, dude, I couldn't imagine.
It is wild. I encourage anybody to travel with me if they can, like anybody that's just slightly interested in going out.
Dude, I would fucking flip.
Yeah, I know you would.
I'd be like,
yeah,
nah,
yeah.
Dog. Same for me.
Since you're like a drone operator, man, those have really come out of nowhere. Like,
yeah,
I mean, not really come out of nowhere, but
right.
Storm chasers are using them left and right, man. There's
really
some incredible footage out there. There's a guy named Brandon Clement. The dude is single-handedly the most badass drone operator I've ever seen. No offense.
Yeah, no, yeah. No, you're good. Yeah,
but this dude literally got a drone. I think it was like a Phantom 4 or something like that drone.
Yeah,
and got it next to the tornado and just hovered the drone with the tornado as it was going across the field. Most incredible footage I've ever seen.
Yeah,
in the decade of chasing storms. Yeah,
dude,
but those have really made an appearance in storm chasing because they just
Dude, it's nuts too, because like with drones in particular, they've came so far in probably like the last 3 years.
Yeah,
just from,
they've blown up, man.
Dude, it's insane. Like just the GPS technology of like how well they actually.
Yeah, because you can actually hit them and they come back, don't they?
Dude, so I got a funny story. This is back before I didn't know jack shit about flying drones. I had a Phantom 3 Pro, and it's like every idiot that buys a drone, like myself.
Yeah.
How high does it fly?
Yeah.
Let's figure it out, is what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
So I've got this $1,500 drone that's about, probably 10 pounds or so, heavy enough.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, let's figure out how to fly this thing.
Right.
And so your general rule of thumb is if you have a drone and you're going to fly it on a long range flight, you want to use about 40% of your battery, and you want to fly against the wind there. So you have 60% of your battery to get you back, and you also have the wind to get you back.
Okay.
So I didn't know that. I'm just like, I use 50% of my battery and I'll fly wherever I'm flying. And I got 50% to get me back. I'm good. Well, luckily, it worked. It did that. I didn't fuck it up. But dude, I take this drone and I fly it. This is allegedly.
Gotcha.
This was this was just in my thoughts. About it's like 7,500 feet.
Shit.
Way up there.
Yeah, it's up there. You wouldn't barely be able to see it that point.
Yeah. Oh no. Yeah, you definitely can't. A mile's 5,280 feet.
Yeah.
So this is well over a mile, almost a mile and a half.
Yeah.
And you can hear him before you can see him.
Right.
And so.
Oh no.
This thing's like long gone high. And then I flew it just over a mile away I took off from here. Actually, I flew it over the Wabash.
Oh, okay.
And it was way up there.
Yeah.
And then dude, at that elevation, you look out and you see fields. So you only really see like brown and green,
Right.
and you can see towns. But back then, where I'm going with this, I got disoriented. I couldn't tell which way was which. And so I'm looking out and I'm like, I don't know if that's West Lebanon or if it's Attica. I couldn't tell. And I was like over Williamsport. And I'm like, oh no.
Yeah.
And so like I start flying one way, and like I didn't have the compass set up at the time. So I'm just flying off of strictly visual. I have no other than the elevation. I didn't have anything else set up. And dude, I totally panicked and just shut the controller off. I'm like, I don't know what to do.
Yeah, just let it go.
Yeah, and so like it'll come back, if you do that. It signals, it's like a beacon of come home.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
And so luckily for me, it did that. But dude, I'm sitting out there in my driveway, and a buddy shows up, and I'm looking out there like a moron, and it's getting dark. Like at that time it was, well, actually by the time it was coming back, it was dark. And I remember standing out there, and he's like, is this thing coming back? I was like, I don't know, dude. I was like, I'm afraid he's going to come out and kill somebody.
Right.
And because, I mean, at a mile in the air, this thing's going to drop down 5 pounds. I mean, dude, that's going to go through someone's house or something, whatever. And I'm like, oh no. And so we're standing out there watching, and I'm just waiting. And he's like, I think I hear it. I'm like, man, I think that's somebody weed eating. Because like you just barely just,
yeah.
He's like, man, it's awfully dark for somebody to be weed eating. And I was like, yeah, you might be right, And then you're looking, what you think is like up is like, here, but really it's like clear back here.
Right.
And then sure enough, you just start seeing flashing lights, and this thing came and landed out there in my driveway. I got so lucky, dude.
Wow,
so lucky.
that is incredible.
Yeah, and it's so cool. As it comes down, it's like hauling ass down until it hits like 3 feet, and then just woo, and then like out there in the gravel, like, trying to get situated to land and actually shut down.
Huh.
Yeah, if it wasn't for that, I'm
incredible.
a dummy, dude. I was like, I'm gonna fucking kill somebody.
Right. Levi had a question, I think. Yeah. What's your favorite tornado chasing snack?
I feel like I'd be on to some like some hot fries.
What are those little cinnamon rolls? What are those?
Oh, like a Cinnabon?
Yeah, kind of like that. It's like a little breakfast.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah, I know. Yeah,
those are my favorites.
Honey buns, is that it?
Honey buns too. I like honey buns, but they're like little. I don't even know what they're called. Maybe he knows, but those little cinnamon roll.
Yeah, you buy like 5 at a time.
Right. Yeah. You just stack them up. You have to really, because you don't want to keep making stops, especially when storms go up.
Yeah.
Hell, I've been chasing a storm and just eating a snack at the same time. Like, there
really?
it is. I'm hungry.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I earlier in my chase days I didn't do that, but
I'd be
both hands on the wheel.
Bags of chips and like shoot Slim Jims and shit.
Rocking.
Yeah. Do they even have Slim Jims anymore? I think.
Oh yeah, they do.
They do.
Yeah.
I always get stuck behind those Jack Link sticks, and those things suck.
Beef jerky too. I mean, oh my god.
Yeah. Oh, dude, that shit.
Only
it's $7 about gas price. Let's talk about the beef jerky.
Yeah, what the hell's going on there, man?
Yeah.
It's $7 a bag.
Yeah, shout out to BP and Williamsport though. They'll get you the hookup.
All right, yeah,
quality
BP.
Shit.
Yeah, here's a commercial from our sponsor. Yeah. No, those little cinnamon rolls, I like those.
Yeah.
But, what else we got on the list here?
Let's see. Mike Jinks in the house. 1997. One of the wild things I've ever seen.
Oh yeah, I gotta drop that because I can't see it.
100-mile-an-hour wall wind speed. Went right over my neighborhood. Tore all the pine trees in town. I was filming out of my house. Yeah, dude, that shit's nuts, man.
That's before my chase time. I was only 2 years old when that happened.
Dude, I'll tell you what though. Shit, man.
Big Texas. Yeah, that's what it is. Big Texas.
What's that?
Cinnamon rolls.
Big Texas cinnamon
someone
rolls.
commented, Morgan.
Yeah, Holly, he knows what's up.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Rolls.
Yeah. Yeah, no, 100 mile per hour wind. Yeah, I mean that would be. You have 0, you have 1 easily.
Man, I got in one of those. I went with a buddy, and we went to. It was like on a date night. We went to this double date thing.
Mm-hmm.
And we went. I think we were doing like monster golf or something. But they had one of those like tube things that you get into.
Oh,
it's
yeah,
like a tornado.
Yeah.
And they're like 70-mile-an-hour winds, and they build this shit up, dude. I got in that thing. I paid my $1 or whatever. That thing sucked, dude. It was like standing in front of a leaf blower. I'm like, this is not no fucking tornado. Get out of here with that shit. This wasn't even blowing my hat. I had my hat on.
At least 20 miles an hour. Let's go.
I'm like, dude, I've been in windstorm. I've been in the.
I can drive to Benton County and feel this.
Like, dude, this ain't nothing. Yeah. So if you guys are whoever's making those fake bullshit tornado machines, or no, it was a hurricane. That's what it was, a hurricane.
We need
hurricane.
Take him chasing, and they have a better idea.
That's it. Yeah, he's on here right now. Hurricane Simulator. Yeah, he remembers. That thing
Oh,
sucks.
yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking hurricane. What no hurricane?
Yeah. Hurricanes are far worse than
Did you get that
tornadoes.
badass? Dude, we spent a lot of money in this place, and all we came out of there with was a fucking boomerang. I was so mad, dude. Yeah, and then we about hit a car on the way out with
Oh,
it.
shit.
Yeah, I wung it out there in the parking lot like an idiot, and I was like, "Oh yeah, we can
Well,
launch
did it come
this."
back?
Yeah, it landed on the. Well, I think it landed on the roof. We had to fuck around and get it back. I remember there was like an issue with it being on the roof somewhere, but it just about hit the car, and we're like, "Dude, we gotta go. We gotta go."
Goddamn.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Hurricane Simulator. Fuck that thing.
Yeah, it's I just tell by the name. That's
Dude, it
Yeah.
sucked. I'm serious. I have an electric leaf blower, and like I could put you in my bathroom, which is a fair I put you in the bathtub even and hit you with that, and it's less. That thing sucked. That thing sucked.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
yeah, man. Well, all right, so what do you like less like the least amount about this? Like, what's the biggest pain in the ass thing?
Driving.
Is that it?
Yeah, it's not even driving to the storms. It's driving home.
Oh yeah, because by then you're probably spent. You're like,
And
that was
your
awesome.
adrenaline is.
Yeah.
You gotta think. It's like, I don't know. Name something that gives you adrenaline rush.
Yeah.
And then just not doing it immediately after.
Yeah.
It sucks.
And now you're stuck like on this couple-hour drive.
Yeah.
home.
Oh,
Like,
I just did this. The tornado I got southwest of Peoria back in September. It was near Hannah City, Illinois, I think is the name of the town. But like that's a 4-hour drive from where I live. So I went 4 hours there. I was like, yeah, tornadoes.
Yeah, yeah.
I got the tornado. I was like, yeah. Yeah, 4-hour drive back. You're just like, this sucks.
Yeah.
Like, why did I do this? It wasn't even worth it.
Yeah.
It was a stupid tornado anyways. Couldn't even see it.
Damn, man.
Yeah,
That would suck. I didn't even think about
That's
that.
that's the worst part. I mean, that is the worst. Especially when you go like Oklahoma for a week, man.
Oh yeah.
You know, drive there, you're just pumped. You're like, yeah, I'm gonna get to meet all my Chase friends that live in Oklahoma or Kansas. And you get there and like, yeah, get drunk the night before a chase, go out, chase, bag a couple of tornadoes, and then their drive home is like 10 hours. And you're just like,
back to the
no.
shit. Yeah.
I gotta go to work in 2 days. That's the worst, man.
Yeah.
That's the problem is because I have a full-time job too. So I chase and I work long hours. So I have to be able to do both. So like,
dude, you're probably hustling all the
oh
time.
my God, it's a nightmare.
Yeah.
So like, I get off work typically around 5 or 6.
Yeah.
And you know, sometimes I can kind of kiss my boss's ass. Hi, Levi, and you know, into getting off work sooner. And you know, I get out earlier and I'll drive 3 hours and be 7 o'clock by the time I get there. Tornado, and then I got to drive back home. I'm not home till 11 o'clock midnight, and then I got work at 8 o'clock in the morning. You know, it sucks. But that I would say that's the worst. Of chasing. I think every chaser can agree that driving is the worst.
Just sucks.
It's terrible, man. Especially when you're burning money. You know, like
right.
And that goes back on what we were talking earlier, the busting. You know, because I make money off my videos sometimes.
Right.
You know, so if I go get a tornado, I can sell it and get 3 times the money I spent, back. But if you go out and you don't get anything, that's your own pocket.
Damn, man. So you're stuck driving all the way back, tail between your legs type of shit.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's no fun, man. So that I would say that's probably the worst is the driving. But it's also the most important too, obviously, because you can't do it on foot. So
right. Get a segue out there. That's what I'd chase.
I'm going to go back to what Laura was saying. She mentioned something about El Reno. I don't know if you saw that or not. Okay.
No, I didn't.
Well, we were referring to that researcher that I really like, Tim Samaras.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And we're kind of on the safety subject of tornadoes and getting close to dying a couple times. You know, like I said earlier, in the, I don't even know, 83 years maybe, that storm chasing has been around. Only 4 of us have been killed by a tornado.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Well, the 4 people that got killed by a tornado were by the same tornado. As weird as that is.
Damn, that's wild.
Yeah, this tornado killed 8 people. All 8 people were in cars. 4 of them were storm chasers. And the big reason why is because this was, to date, the largest tornado ever recorded, 2.6 miles wide. You're talking bigger than Attica. Yeah. I mean, I don't even know how far Attica is, but I know it's not 2.6. It's probably about 2 miles across. So you're looking at bigger than Attica. Right. And, you know, I think what happened was the storm was moving northeast. So, of course, common sense, tornado drops can be moved northeast with the storm. Fuck no. Came out going southeast immediately out the gate. Oh, no. So if you were down here thinking the tornado was going to go like here and all of a sudden it comes this way, yeah, you're in trouble. Yeah. So there's a lot of videos out there, but people had to scramble. People were hit by it. And that's not even the part that actually killed the chasers. The tornado went southeast and all of a sudden, hey, I'm going to turn around it actually shifted and went northeast, made like a boomerang almost. It's like, like, and just
so all the people that were scrambling before,
all the people that were scrambling to go north out of its path are now in it.
Yeah,
you're fucked.
Damn.
So it was playing games and shifted, and it just happened to shift right over or right near a major highway where there's just cars and cars and cars.
I'm sure shit's probably backed up.
Well, exactly. What happened was that state police was trying to stop traffic from going south because the tornado was going southeast. So they were expecting to cross the highway down here. No, it turned and went the other direction. So now you got all these people stuck on the highway because state police didn't know. Yeah. And chasers, there's videos out there, chasers yelling at the cops, "You got to open up the fucking highway, it's shifting," and all this shit. And they opened up the highway finally, and it was too late.
Damn.
Crossed the highway, killed all 8 people in cars, but it killed 4 storm chasers.
Damn.
And the reason why is because it made that turn, and no one was expecting it to get that big either.
Right.
I mean, it was just reaching out at you, and you couldn't get away from it. But there's a thing called vortices. They're like tiny tornadoes about the size of football fields, maybe bigger, that actually dance around the bigger tornadoes.
Really?
It's like a carousel. Yeah. So the big tornadoes here, and you got little tiny tornadoes that are dancing around. They actually can stretch up to like half a mile out away from the actual tornado.
Damn,
so
they're just bringing shit back into
right. So if you think you're safe, well, here comes a little tiny tornado. It's going to pick you and drag you right into it. Yeah. You can't really, and that's what happened. That's exactly what happened. Get some sponsors. Yeah, no shit, Doug. I need to get some fucking sponsors. Yeah. yeah. We're working on that, Doug. We're working on that.
Yeah. Hell
Take some time because people are really good.
Doug's a good friend of mine. He was the guy that he was actually the one that went into the hurricane simulator with me.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He knows how dumb that shit was.
Yeah.
No, sponsors. Yeah, man, we're working on it. It's a lot harder to get sponsors for what I do because no one wants to pay to see somebody drive into a tornado. Yeah, they just wanted to pay for it after I do it.
Yeah, that's got to be
a problem.
Tough, man.
Yeah,
like telling people, "Oh no, I'm not crazy. I just like driving into tornadoes."
Right. There's people who do get sponsored out there, but it's mostly, I don't even know. It's because they have a lot of followers on.
Yeah.
And, I know a couple chasers that actually make a living chasing storms, and it's because of YouTube. YouTube will pay you if you have enough views on your page. Yeah. They'll pay you to upload shit. Mm-hmm. So they literally pay him just a shit ton of money. I mean, we're talking a ton of money a month.
Well, see, the thing with YouTube is they dropped off. You don't get paid much through YouTube anymore. Now, the way you do it now is actually through ads. So you get paid from like the ad, the ad distribution, either companies or if you do like deals and things like that.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, this big chaser, everybody in the chase community knows his name is Reed Timmer. He had a TV show called Storm Chasers back in the day, but he literally gets paid. I mean, he's got over 1.2 million likes on his Facebook alone.
Yeah.
And he's probably the biggest media chaser. Like he has the most followers of anybody out there.
Yeah.
But he gets paid. He did. I don't know if he still does, but there was this tornado shelter business that literally paid him so much money just to put their name on his post.
That's the thing.
That's
so
it.
You get brand deals like that.
Yeah, he'd upload a tornado video knowing that, millions of people are going to see it. And then at the very bottom, he'd put that company in the tag.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, man. So
yeah, it's insane. Yeah, I try to bring a little more value than that. But like even with my sponsors, man, it's really cool because a lot of people are like, oh, okay, well, if I'm going to get this much exposure,
right?
Figure if this video, once we're off here, gets say 2,000 views, as soon as we're done, well, it's like, okay, 2,000 people will have heard, my business and what I do.
Yeah.
And it's like, damn, that's insane to think. And then like all of a sudden now you're, like that's supporting you.
Yeah.
Like
it really is.
It's nuts.
Yeah. My followers, I tell you what, they have really supported me. I mean, my God. I got people that always comment on my stuff saying excellent, the shares and the likes, man. Much love to all you guys that follow me and keep supporting me through this. Still got a lot of years to go, so we got a lot of stuff to do. But it's humbling, right? Yeah, it absolutely. I mean, just knowing there's so many people out there that wait for you to upload your next video.
Yeah.
They just want to see what you got up next.
Yeah.
And that's something special, and it certainly motivates you to keep going,
dude. For sure, I love it. That and like I don't know how it is for you, but like, man, I'm sure it's got to be the same. Like whenever you're just out and about and someone's like, dude, when's this? When's that? What are you doing?
Actually, I just got back from a storm chase conference down in Indianapolis, and I was standing outside the bathroom, and I was on my phone for some reason. I don't remember what I was doing, but this woman just walks up. Never seen the woman in my life.
Yeah.
And she goes, "Oh my God, you're Zach Walters."
Holla.
I'm like, yeah.
Yeah.
Are you a cop? You gotta tell me that. Are you a cop? You have to legally
What are
tell
you,
me
a
you're a cop.
cop?
And she goes, "No, I follow all your stuff. I'm a huge fan." And that's
Yeah.
just motivation, right? I mean,
It's
that's
so
just
cool,
a
right?
boost. Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
that was awesome. That was my first time ever doing that, because snort chasing isn't something that you get a lot of publicity for.
Right.
You know, so just knowing that somebody recognized me, of course, I was wearing my sweatshirt, so it might have been a cheat sheet, but
Yeah.
it was a really cool experience. First time I've ever had that happen to me. But,
Dude, I love that shit. It's like, for me, it's nuts because now it's becoming like more and more.
Yeah.
Especially with this podcast. It's
yeah, you
nuts.
better calm down with the fame, huh?
Dude, it's
Sitting next to a celebrity over here.
Yeah, right, man. Yeah, right. But it's
Yeah.
nuts, dude. We were me and a buddy of mine, we were at Texas Roadhouse.
Yeah.
This is like probably a week or two ago. I don't know the nice lady that was the waitress, but she wasn't our waitress.
Mm.
And this shit is beginning to happen so much now that my friends are getting tired of it.
Yeah.
Like they get pissed
Yeah,
off,
yeah,
you
yeah.
know. And so we're sitting there, and this girl comes up there, and she wasn't our waitress. So I'm not sure what the deal was, but you know, like how sometimes like the other waitresses, like maybe they're just checking.
Yeah,
or whatever
they're
for 'em.
busy and they'd send someone else. Yeah.
And so this chick comes up there and she's like, "Hey, you know, you guys want anything?" And so my buddy's like, "Yeah, I have some, I don't remember, like Heinz 57 or some shit."
Mhm.
And then she's like, "What about you? You want?" Oh my God! And then
It's
he just
Brandon. Oh.
Dude, and it was like that obnoxious fork drop to the plate, you know, like when he drops his
cheek.
shit, and he's like, "I want to go home."
Yeah.
Like,
All right, let's get out of here. Bring
Yeah.
me my fucking check.
He was pissed, man, and I'm laughing, you know. And I was like, yeah, what's up? And she was very nice. She's a very sweet girl. I don't know where she knows me from. She's watching this.
Yeah, she's watching
you're a sweetheart. Thank you. But dude, yeah. And so then she got so flustered that she forgot to bring the Heinz 57.
His drink. Oh my God.
So he's all pissed off about it. He's like, "Dude, I want to go home.
Yeah,
Fuck
I'm
this."
tired of this.
Yeah.
That is hysterical. Yeah. I mean, that's good though. I mean, it's good in a way.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
so nuts, dude. People stop my mom all the time.
Oh, really?
Like, are you Brandon's mom?
Yeah. Oh my
And she
God.
said that like a couple of kids stopped her the other day and was like, "Are you Brandon Briles' mom?" And she's like, "Yeah." And I guess the kids were like,
nope, never heard
"No
of
way, no way." She's like, "Yeah." Like, she was getting mad.
I wouldn't lie to you.
She's like, "These kids didn't believe."
Why would
me."
I lie about being somebody's mom?
Yeah, it's just nuts, man. It's
Yeah, I mean, I try to keep my public view as much as possible. So like during the off season, like now, you know, the winter months, it sucks because you're not producing as much as you do in the springtime.
Gotta be tough, yeah.
Yeah. So I like to do, you know, I'm certified through the National Weather Service to go out and do like speeches and public safety.
Damn, that's cool.
So I go like elementary schools and I'll go to high schools, and
that is awesome.
yeah, you know, just something that keeps my face out there, is that people, you know, remember me. And
yeah,
that's what I tend to do. Businesses, I get a lot of businesses that want me to come and kind of talk to their employees about, hey, where do we go during a tornado?
Oh, yeah.
Stuff like that. I did one for Wabash National last year. You know, went out there and just stuff like that. Bigger factories like Wabash, you know, you kind of speak to more of the higher ups and the safety people. You don't talk to the whole factory.
Yeah.
Because they send that down to their supervised chain of command type thing. But still fun. I love it. I will chase until I die for sure. Any more questions here? No. Yeah, it's been entertaining, man. I've seen so much through the last decade. You know, the decade's getting ready to end too.
Yeah.
That's crazy to think, because I've only chased the 2010s. So
really?
Yeah. So it's a new step for sure.
Yeah. Well, hey man, let's wrap this thing up.
Absolutely.
I've had you for an hour. The one thing that I'd like to ask, I guess, you have like any advice? Someone sees a tornado or some shit. What
well, where are they at? I mean,
yeah, I mean, you just tell them like to go in their basement. What if they don't have a basement?
Well, if you don't have a basement, it's the most interior room of your home, no exterior walls. So does that go the outside right there?
Yep.
Okay, so you wouldn't stay in here.
Yeah.
You want to go to the most
podcast studio's gone.
Yeah. Fuck. Yep. All your equipment's shit. Yeah. Most interior room of any building. Get yourself away from the outside as much as you can. Of course, if you have a basement, go to the basement. If you're in a car, do not, and I say this again, do not go hide underneath a bridge. That is a myth. the tornado will suck you clean out from underneath the bridge.
Damn, did not know
It
that.
is like a
What about
straw.
laying in a ditch? They tell you lay in a ditch.
A ditch, yeah. I mean, that's probably your best option. If you have time, just drive the opposite direction. I mean, if you see a tornado, just turn around and hit the fuck.
Yeah, I'm out.
I'm gonna get in the ditch with 15 minutes to spare. What are you doing? Get in the fucking
I
car.
lay down there and cover up with a
fall
pile of
asleep.
leaves.
Yeah.
I'd take a little nap there in the ditch. Everyone think I'm trying to hide.
If you do get in a ditch, make sure it's a really deep ditch. I mean, obviously you're not gonna do anything if it just does that.
Oh yeah, no.
Okay.
I'm gonna lay out there in the road, cover up.
If you do get in a ditch, make sure you're not next to your car because your car will roll on top of you and you will die. So make sure you go up a little bit.
Get away from your car, dummy.
Depending on the wind speed, if the wind's coming at an angle, make sure you're not in front of the car.
Oh yeah, I got another question.
If you're up here and the wind's coming this way and your car's here, it's going to push you. Common sense.
Yeah. You're going to get zapped in your car? Everyone always says you can't get electrocuted.
You cannot. No, it's grounded.
Yeah.
Rubber tires protect you from getting struck.
So that's true.
Yeah. I suggest don't going outside during lightning. I do it all the time because I'm a storm chaser. So this is kind of a hypocrite of mine. But because lightning actually kills more people than tornadoes do every year.
Did not know that.
So, but the number one cause of all deaths from severe weather is flooding. Oh. So if you see a flooded roadway, turn around, don't drown. Because you will die.
Get out of that shit.
Get out of that shit. Kills about 2,000 Americans every year, I believe.
Damn, that's
tornadoes kill an average of 60 people. So
really,
yeah. Wow. So floods got its act together. So also snowstorms kill more people than tornadoes, I believe.
I could see that shit.
Yeah, freezing outside and stuff. So
yeah,
but it was a pleasure. Thank you for having me on. This is a blast.
Yeah, I'll shout out sponsors again, man. Warren County Creations that make the cool shit out of metal. Bobcat, you guys are a blast to do work for, man. Thank you guys so much for helping me with everything. Pizza King of Attica, BP and Williamsport, and Cinesal's Garage, man. You guys do great work. Thank everybody so much, man. Without all you guys, I couldn't do this shit. If you can share this video, or if you are listening to it after this video is live, yeah, share it, man, with your friends, and just tell everybody it's the B Team podcast. And you can go find this guy, Extreme Storm Chaser.
Zach Walters, Extreme Storm Chaser. Follow me on Facebook. Absolutely.
Yeah, and you can plug the plug that shit.
Yeah, I'll plug it in. Yeah, I'll plug it in.
Cool,
actually,
man.
I'll do it right now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolute blast. I had a great I will definitely be back to do it again.
Hell yeah. And for Thursday, so every Tuesday and Thursday is the lineup for this podcast. Next Thursday, I do have John coming on from Choices Counseling. He's going to talk about addiction and how difficult it is to get off the crazy shit, and some cool stories. I'm very excited about that. And I will see y'all real soon.
See ya.